welcome back to the channel. This is Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, Coffee. I'm Monolito, and I got another Texas whiskey here from Banner Distilling, and this is a wheat whiskey. So I took a distillery tour of Banner Distilling, and they're located in Manor, Texas, which is not really far from where I live, probably maybe an hour 20-minute drive, not too bad. And when I took the drive, did the scenic route, so avoided highways and toll roads and things like that. So it was actually a really nice drive. A lot of trees, a lot of scenery, kind of back roads and things like that. So it was actually a really nice drive getting there. Originally, when I booked the tour, I got a confirmation back that that I was available or they were available for the tour, so I was all ready to go. And then a couple days later, I got an email from the distiller, and he was like, "We have something that we have to take care of on that weekend." I think they had to meet with city officials or something like that, and that they had to cancel the tour, and that if I wanted to come the next day, which was a Sunday, I could take the tour for free. So I wanted to buy a bottle, and in Texas you can't buy liquor on Sundays. So I asked him if I can postpone it to the next week, the next Saturday, and he was fine with that. And I told him I'd be happy to pay for it. But when I got there, he said tour is free, the glass is free. As you can see, I'm not drinking out of a Glencairn. This is from Banner Distilling. If you can see that, it's got their logo on it. Nice glass, and that was free, and for both me and my wife. So we both got the tour for free. We both got glasses for free, and we both got to taste a lot of their expressions. Or I don't want to say a lot of their expressions. They have one that they sell, and then he had two that were experimental, and then we got to taste first run distilling of his new make, and then a little tour. It's a small, very small distillery. I don't think they distribute, if I remember correctly, they don't distribute outside of Texas. Matter of fact, it's usually, or it's probably within the Central Texas area, Austin, Manor, because it's about in that Austin type area. So not big distribution. So this is a wheat whiskey. If I remember correctly, it's 95% wheat and then 5% malted barley. And this is batch number 19, bottle number 16. And they only sell them right now in 375 milliliter bottles. This is 46% ABV. So basically it's 92%, 92 proof, not 92%. So 92 proof, 46% ABV. So I won't be adding any water to this, and I've had some of this, not a whole lot, but it's a really good whiskey. I do enjoy it, and I'll be putting some pictures up in the video of the distillery. Again, it wasn't very big. I don't have a ton of pictures of it, but very awesome guy to talk to. He really got into, it was me, my wife, and I think 3 other people were there. So it was almost a one-on-one type experience. Wasn't loud in there. Went through the process and some things that he's talking about, doing in the future. And so I'm really excited to see what they come out with, what type of experimental things that they're doing. 2 of the things that we did get to taste, 2 of the whiskeys, were a collaboration with some local breweries. So it was like I think they used the mash from the breweries to make the whiskey, and it was a blended type thing. It was actually really good. I hope they do end up releasing that as a regular release. But right now, all they have is this the wheat whiskey. So I don't know how long it was aged. He may have told us on the tour, but I don't remember. Maybe 2 years, something like that. It's pretty, as you can see here, it's got a nice dark color. So again, aged in Texas. This is completely processed in Texas, so all grain to glass. They get the wheat from Texas. I believe the barley is from Texas as well. They use rainwater. and they have their own small little still, and it's actually a really nice little distillery. And I kind of prefer the kind of small distillery tours versus the the big guys like Balcones was nice, but Garrison Brothers was actually a really nice area, but the tour was kind of I felt like there was too many people. But anyway, let's get into the nose and taste of this, and as we're doing this, I'll be showing some pictures and so on. So it's got a nice little. Not sure you can see that too well in there, but sticks to the glass nicely. It's not super oily, but it's definitely not watered down. And again, this is a wheat whiskey, 95% wheat, 5% malted barley. So it's got this, there's kind of this sour note, almost like kind of like vinegar, but more along the lines of like a pickle juice. No alcohol burn. And again, this is 46%, so not super high on the ABV. Non-chill filtered, natural color. No sweetness. Mainly, I'm just getting like that dill sourness off of it. Now, when I did, when we tried the new make, it was in its first distillation run. That was, I've never tasted anything like that. I've had some other new makes from like Andalusia and Garrison Brothers, Balcones, and the new make on this was something that I've never. The smell, and it may sound weird, but the smell was like macaroni and cheese. It was crazy. And then the taste was all like buttered popcorn, like heavily buttered popcorn. That was crazy. But again, that was on the first distillation run of the new make. Not getting that on here. So I do get a little bit of the wood, but mostly it's kind of like a sour type dill, but it's not bad. I know for some people that might sound like dill pickles. I don't want to drink pickle juice. But it's very nice on the nose. All right, let's taste this. Very, very small hint of black licorice, anise, however you want to call it. But it's very small because I'm not a fan of black licorice or anise, but it works in this. No alcohol burn. The finish is a little longer. That the little bit of barrel and the anise sticks with you. Doesn't dry off the tongue. It's not super oily or like savory like that, but it's also not watery. Some of the lower proof whiskeys kind of feel watered down or watery. This does not. There's a little bit of a spice there, kind of like a cinnamon red hot type of spice, but not. It's kind of like when you're chewing a big red gum. Not in the beginning when you first put the big red in there. It's kind of like real cinnamony and spicy. This would be like after you've been chewing it for 10 or 15 minutes, and you still get a little bit of the cinnamon, but it's not just overpowering. Again, kind of a long finish. It does stick with you for a little bit, at least to me. Again, these are all my experiences. Not to say that you would get that or that you wouldn't get more. I'm not getting any sweetness on the nose. It's just that dill, and that might be from the wheat. And it could be the glass too. I'm not using a Glencairn. It is a bigger bulb than the opening, but still, it could be just something different from the glass. Just got a little bit of little hint of caramel. But that sour dill is really the dominant note for me. Got a slight vanilla, touch of vanilla, not super sweet, with that anise and the barrel spice. This is a very good whiskey. I like Banner Distilling. I had a great experience when I was there. If I remember correctly, the co-owner / distiller, Anthony, he's the one that gave us the tour. Super nice guy. I believe he's a veteran. You know, he was telling me about some of the stuff that he wants to put out in the future, and invited me back. So I'm real excited to see what else they put out, and we'll definitely, you know, when they put out some new stuff, I'm gonna go visit, grab a couple bottles. I think he said that they were going to start bottling the wheat whiskey in the 750 milliliter bottles. But right now you can only get it in 375 milliliters. You can get it at the distillery or Total Wine. I've seen it at Total Wine in Austin. I have not seen this in my area, the Killeen area, at all. I wish it was distributed here, but you know, they're a small distillery, so as they grow, we'll see what they do. But I really like what they're doing. This is good stuff. If you've ever heard of Banner, if you've had it, been there, visited them, if you get a chance, go visit them. Super nice people, and it's a nice, beautiful drive there. And they're kind of out in the country, and on the property. I think he said they have like 30 acres or 25 acres, and so really pretty place to visit. So go check them out. If you've had it, been there, you know what to do. Hit me up in the comments. Hope you enjoyed the show, and cheers.